And it starts by recognizing that you're still in pain, by recognizing that trauma is still living in your body. If you can feel the trauma when you think of the event, or when you smell something that was in the air when that event happened, or when a song comes on, you remember it playing in the background of your trauma. If those things trigger physical pain, you are holding on to that trauma like it's a teddy bear, like it's a broken heart that you have just done your damnedest to ignore. The power that we have to deal with our trauma is endless. My dad always liked the expression, God gives you nothing you can't handle. I want to reframe that. You come in here, you come into this life with all the tools that you could possibly need, all of the strengths that you could possibly need to get through every single trauma exam. You cheated when you set up your syllabus. You like, here's the exam. Here's the tools that you're going to need to do it. Here's the answers. It's all in here. We buried the answers inside of us. We gave ourselves the cheat code. We just have to be willing to pull our heads up and make a conscious decision on if we want to continue to carry that trauma as something that happened to us, as a wound, or go in, do the work, and look at it as an opportunity to find how much you have grown, how powerful you are, how much you learned to love yourself. Being on a spiritual journey takes time. It takes work. And you can see when people aren't doing the work. You don't learn to meditate just to bring your heart rate down and to be calm for 10 minutes a day. Meditation is a tool. It's a tool to calm the mind, to calm the body, and to be able to observe your experiences. The Buddhist mantra is to be the observer, not the participant. You don't have to feel your way through an event. You have to observe it. If you can step back and observe your life and the events that have happened through that Buddhist mindset, through the spiritual mindset, then you can start to see it as your personal story, your personal syllabus. It is a gift that you gave to yourself. All of that trauma. Now, when I deal with events that are painful, my first thought, once I get out of the haze of, oh shit, my first thought is, what is this teaching me? What is this event teaching me? Especially if it is something I've gone through before. There are events that I have gone through multiple times in this lifetime, and it's because I'm giving myself another opportunity to choose a different direction, to choose a different way to react. Tedious, yes, 100% tedious. But when you see those traumas come up, like an abusive relationship, having a series of abusive relationships, having alcoholism pop up repeatedly in your life, toxic work environments, it can truly be endless. Physical injuries, endless, endless. You start to see these things pop up again when you're the observer. Those are really important to pay attention to because they're going to keep happening until you learn that lesson. That's essentially your soul sitting on your window just going, that's not a tapping sound. Let me just tapping on your window because you are not paying attention. When you start paying attention, the trauma might happen again. The event might happen again, but you no longer break. You no longer get blasted. It's something you're allowing to pass through you. And when you let that trauma pass through you without holding on to it like that trauma teddy bear, that's when you know your soul has learned that lesson. That is such an incredible feeling when you have that trauma come back up and you start to feel, you get the feels, and you're like, holy crap, I've done this before. I've been in this situation before. I didn't want to handle it the same way I did before. Let me try to handle it like this. Maybe I step back as a spiritual being having a human experience and I say, this is not who I am. This is an event. This is a class in my syllabus. I'm going to try this instead. I'm going to let it pass through me. And it starts to feel like you are a grounding rod in the middle of a tornado. It just doesn't move you the way that it used to. Things still happen in my life all the time. And that's not to say that I won't get blasted in the future. That's a choice I'm going to have to continue to make. But in this moment, with the world as turbulent as it feels, I am happy. I am calm. I trust that we are sovereign souls and that we've agreed to do these things with each other. I am grounded in this moment and I am allowing this tornado to pass right through me.